This is a video on drawing quadratic graphs. With quadratic graphs, you should end up with a nice curve, either in a U shape or an N shape. You do not want to join these up with a ruler, and if you've got a line that ends up going like a W or like a squiggle, it's not right. You need a U or an N. Okay, so you will always have points already completed for you. So in this table, I've already got values completed. You could start by plotting those if you wanted to, or you can wait until you filled in the graph. But you get points, these 2 points marks down here, one of those is just from plotting those 3 points you've already got. So even if you don't know how to do these, fill in these gaps here, you should be able to plot the points to find out where your curve is going. So for this, when x is -2, I've got y as 3. So I'd go across here, -2, and then go up 3. So that mark would be here. Let me do it a little bit bolder. So that point would be here. For this one, I've got x is 0, y -1. So when x is 0, y is -1. So that point would be here. So remember, you go across first and then up or down. So when x is 2, y is 3. So when x is 2, y is 3. So that point is here. So I can kind of see that the graph is going to go in this sort of direction. So I know these missing points are going to be around here. So it's going to be around here, and around here. Okay, so let's check to see if they are. So I've got the graph. So if I zoom into this table now, we can work out how to find these missing values. So the table is for y equals x squared minus 1. That means for whatever y is, you're going to square your x and then take away 1. So for this one, I've got x as -1. So I'm going to do -1 squared, and then I'm going to take away 1. -1 squared means -1 times -1, which is just 1. So I've got 1, take away 1, which is 0. So I'll have -1, 0. Let's see if it fits in correctly. So for -1, 0 would be here. That looks like it's going to be a curve, so that fits nice. If it was up here, obviously that wouldn't be right. Okay, so make sure you go back and double check how you can make your curve look correct. Right, next one we've got, remember, x squared -1. So I've got to do square this number and then take away 1. So I'm going to do 1 squared, take away 1. 1 squared is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. Take away 1 is 0 again. So let's see if 0 fits in now. Otherwise I would go back and check. So across 1, up 0 would be here. You can see your curve coming along nicely now. So you're looking for your final point to be around here. Oops. Right. So going back, we're squaring this, and then we're taking away 1. So I'm doing 3 squared, then I'm going to take away 1. 3 squared is 3 times 3, then I'm going to take away 1. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 take away 1 is 8, so my answer is 8. Okay, so I'm just plugging in x into this equation. So let's see if 3, 8 makes any sense. So across 3, up 8 will leave me here. And that looks like it'll be a nice curve now. So I've got my 2 marks on the table. Now I'm going to join them up with a nice curve, not a straight line. So my curve is going to be a bit wonky, but it's going to go up like so. So it's in a nice U shape, and that's fine. Okay, next one. So the hardest bit people struggle on is filling in the table. So if you want to plot your points first, the ones you've already got, it will make sense on where your numbers should lie. So -3 going up 6, so -3 up 6 will put a point here. We don't have a one for -2, so we're going to leave that one for a minute. -1, 0 would be here. We don't have a point for 0 yet, so we'll leave that. 1, 2 is going to be here. 2, 6, go across 2, up 6 here, and we don't have one for 3. But I can see that this is going to be my curve. Okay, so it might go down a little bit more, but it could be around here. So I'm looking for -2 to be around about 2. So I could have a little guess and put that one. 0, it could go to 0, could go down to -2. We're looking for it about here. And then 3, well, I'm going to say it's probably going to be about 12. So let's check. So with these ones, go to your table now. We've got x squared plus x. That means I want to square this and then add that number. So I'm going to do -2 squared, and then I'm going to add -2. -2 squared, that means -2 times -2. 2 times 2 is 4, and a minus times a minus is a positive. So -2 squared is 4. Add in a negative, it's basically just taken away. So it's going to be 4, take away 2, which is 2. Let's see if I was correct. So this one, go across 2, up 2. Yep, I was correct. It's going to be there. Don't know if I can get rid of that highlight now. Oh well, let's leave it. This one, so we got 0 squared plus 0. So we'll go 0 squared plus 0. Well, that's going to end up with nothing, so it's going to be 0. So it's going to be 0, 0. So we said 0, 0, so it's about there. So around about where I said. So if it was up here, you've obviously gone wrong because your graph can't go like that. Okay. Oh, I can get rid of that. Right, next one. We've got 3 squared, and then we're going to add 3. So we're going to go 3 squared, add 3. Why is that? Oh, because it's got 3 squared means 3 times 3, which is 9. 9, add 3 gives me 12. Let's see if that's in the right position. So we're going across 3, up 12, and that is there. So exactly where I thought it was going to be, because I plotted the points they gave us first. So join up your points. Don't forget, I know my highlight is there, but join it up. Nice curve, no rulers, perfect. Okay, going to do exactly the same. Start by plotting the points you've already got so you can see where your answers are going to lie. So I'm not even looking at my question yet. I'm just going to plot the points that I've got. So I've got -2, 10. So I'm going to go across -2, up 10. So that's going to be all the way at the top. Don't have a -1 yet, but we'll see where that fits. 0, 0 is going to be there. So done that one. 1, -2. So going across 1, down to -2. So that's done that one. Don't have one for 2, but I've got one for 3. 3, 0 is going to be here. So again, I could use a pen. Oh God, I could use a pencil for this just to go quite a little bit over, so I know my answers are gonna lie like that somewhere. Okay, so -1 is gonna be here. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be about 4, maybe 2. Looking at maybe about -1 and 4. Well, that could flick up anyway, really. So we're looking for it up there. Okay, but you should be able to see where your answers are gonna lie now. Right, so we can now look at the equation. So we've got x squared minus 3x. That means I've got to square this number and then take away 3 lots of it. Right, let me give myself a little bit of space. So, got to square it and then take away 3 lots of it. So we're going to go -1 squared, take away 3 times -1. Now there's a lot of minuses going on here. Take it slow. We've got -1 squared. That means -1 times -1. That will just give us 1 because we know a minus times a minus is a positive. Now I've got -3 times -1. So -3 times -1 is just 3. So it's a positive 3. So I've actually got 3, add 1, which is 4. And where did I say it was going to be? On 4. Look at that. Okay, so go across 1, up 4, so it's bang where you said it was going to be. If you come out with an answer that was 10, and that was all the way up there, that's clearly not correct. Okay, so go back and see if you've got mixed up with your minuses somewhere. Okay. Alright, let's do 2. So we've got, let me make a little bit of room. So we've got to do 2 squared and then take away 3 lots of 2 in red still. So 2 squared, take away 3 lots of 2. 2 squared, that's 2 times 2, which is 4, and taken away 3 times 2, which is 6. So 4 take away 6 is minus 2. So let's see, I think I was a little bit off with that one. Yep, my curve is kind of on the highlighter. So we're going across 2, minus 2, which is down there, which still makes sense. It still looks like it's in the curve. However, if it was all the way up there, that obviously wouldn't make sense. Okay, so make sure it makes sense. Use your common sense, people. Right, next one we got x squared minus 3x still. So this one I've got, where can I put this one? We can do it over here. 4 squared minus 3 times the 4. So it's just this number I'm replacing for x. Okay, because it says these are x values. So we've got 4 squared, that's 16. And we're taking away 3 4s, which is 12. So 16, take away 12 is 4. So let's see if we can go across 4, up 4. Look at that, it's in my highlighter. So it's going to go there. And don't forget to join your points up at the end, okay? So you lose 1 mark if you don't join your points up. So nice curve, no rulers. Oh, this is looking pretty decent. Oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, so it's exactly where my highlighter was, where I predicted it would be from the question. Okay, so always start with the points you've been given. Okay, let's have another go. So, again, oh my gosh, they've given us no points for this one. Oh dear, this could be anywhere. Right, we're going to have to do this quite slowly now. Right, we've got x squared plus 2x plus 1. 9. Right, so we've got to do 3 squared, minus 3 squared, sorry. So we've got minus 3 squared plus 2 lots of minus 3. And then we're going to add 1. So, I'm replacing minus 3 where I've got my x's here. Minus 3 squared, that means minus 3 times minus 3, which is 9, because a minus times a minus gives me a positive. Then I'm going to do 2 times minus 3, which is minus 6. Okay, because that plus and a minus make a minus. And then I'm going to add 1. So I've got 9, take away 6, which is 3, add 1, which is 4. So the first one is 4. Next one. So I've got minus 2 squared plus 2 lots of minus 2, and then add 1. Minus 2 squared, that's 4, because we've got a minus times a minus, which is a positive. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4, and then I'm going to add 1. 4 take away 4 is nothing. Nothing add 1 gives me 1. So it was 4, 1. I'm not going to plot them yet, I'm going to fill in the whole table first. So next one I got minus 1 squared plus 2 times minus 1 plus 1. Write it all out. Don't do it off the top of your head because you make mistakes with minuses. I do all the time. So minus 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1, minus times minus is positive, so that's just 1. 2 times minus 1, that's minus 2. And then we're going to add that 1. So we're going to do minus 1. Take away 2 is minus 1. Plus 1 gives me 0. Nothing. Might be able to see a pattern, but hang on. Next one. We've got 0 squared plus 2 times nothing plus 1. So that gives me nothing, that gives me nothing. So I'm just adding 1, so our answer is going to be 1. Next one. I'm just going to go above it a minute. So I got 1 squared plus 2 times 1, then add 1. So I got 1 plus 2 plus 1, so that gives me 4. Now I'm going to go underneath, going to put it everywhere, lovely. 2 squared plus 2 times 2 plus 1. So 2 squared is 4, plus 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 1, so we got 8, add 1, which is 9. Last one, 3 squared plus 2 times 3 plus 1, so 3 squared is 9, plus 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 1. 9 add 6, 15, add my 1, gives me 16. Write it all out, don't be afraid. They should normally give you a lot more space than that. Right, so now I can plot my points. So I've got first one, minus 3, 4, so I'm going to cross minus 3 up 4, so there's that point. Minus 2, 1, so cross minus 2 up 1, ooh my. So that's going to be about there. Minus 1, nothing, so minus 1 up nothing. 0 up 1. Why do they put this going up in 0.4s? That's stupid. Minus, no minus. So hang on, I'm not checking these off. That one, done that one. Next one, 1, 4. So that goes here. You can see, look, it's coming up as a nice curve. Done it right so far. 2, 9. Ooh, it's about there. Done that one. And 3, 16 is going to be all the way at the top there. So I can see I've done that right because it's a nice curve which I'm going to join up. That looks wobbly but lovely. Okay. If you come to a shape that was like that, you've obviously done it wrong. Okay, so go back and check. That's why you should always do these in pencil. 100% do these in pencil. Okay, they're giving us some on this one. Yay, we can plot the points we've been given. So let's do 2, 13 first. So go across minus 2 up 13, that's there. Haven't given us 1 for minus 1, they're giving us 0, 1 now. 1, 4, and they haven't given us 1 for 2, but you can see it's gonna go a bit like that. Oh, that looks too straight. I reckon it's gonna be around here, maybe 4 or 5, and then up by here is probably about 8. Okay, so you can have a go, have a little bit of a guess to see where your answer should be about. Right, now we can have a go. So this one we're going to do 3 times x squared and then plus 1. So whatever my x is, I'm just going to replace here. So I'm going to do 3 times minus 1 squared plus 1. I've got to square that x. Okay, think of BIDMAS, you do your indices before you multiply. So you've got to do the squaring before you times it by 3. So this means 3 minus 1 times minus 1, give me 1. And then I've got to add 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 add 1 gives me 4. Did I say that was going to be 4? Look at that. So that's going to be 4 here. Looking alright so far. This one we've got 3 times our 2 squared. We've got to do that squared before we times it by 3. Add the 1. So this means 3, 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4. And then I've got to add 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 12, add 1, gives me 13. Is that a lie on 13? No, nowhere near. Oh, I was a bit off on that one. That's fine, it'll still look alright. Let's see. So 2, 13 is going to be there. Yeah, that still looks fine. Don't know, my highlighting's a bit off on this one. It's going perfect. Right, so let's join these up. Ooh, it's wobbly. Oh, that's really wobbly. Oh, see, it's better curve than my highlighting, isn't it? Okay, right. First things first. Let's do the points we've already got. So let's plot these 4 points. Okay, so you immediately get a mark if you get those. So we're going to go minus 3, minus 5. Minus 3, minus 5. So cross minus 3. This is a nice graph. Very clear. Minus 3, minus 5. Haven't got minus 2. So let's do minus 1, 3 now. Minus 1, up 3. This is going to be our first upside down one. 0, 4, 1, 3. Ooh, gonna be off on this now. Right, so we can kind of see it's gonna go up like this, come round and go down somewhere. Oh, that's gonna be horrible. Right, so we can kind of see this 2. Oh, I reckon it might be minus 1 or 0, somewhere along those lines. And this 2, ooh, I don't know, maybe 1. Don't know, I'm going to be off on that one. Right, let's have a look. We know where should about lie. Let's try and figure this out. So we got 4, take away the x squared. So with this one, x is minus 2. So I'm going to do 4, take away minus 2 squared. Right, 4 subtract minus 2 squared. So minus 2 times minus 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus times minus is positive, so it's going to be 4. Take away 4, which is nothing, because I hit a bit off on that. Oh, I think I said minus 1, didn't I? So minus 2, 0. Saw my highlight in, that's alright. That looks fine. You can see the graph curve goes up. That's lovely. Next one, we've got 4 subtract 2 squared, which is very similar to the other one. So 4 subtract 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4. So 0 again. Both of those answers were 0. So this one, oh, I was a bit off on this one as well. Getting worse I am. So 2, 0. So we can see, join it up with a nice curve, no rulers. Ooh. Lovely. Doesn't matter where you end there, you can carry on going if you want, doesn't matter. And perfect. Oh, that's it.